Oakville has become and will remain one of Canada's most sought-after communities. It's commuting distance to downtown Toronto and driving distance to nearby Niagara wine region. Within its boundaries, we have world-class restaurants, shops, spas, and art galleries, not to mention the best golf courses in Canada. Its schools, and I mean both public and private, are internationally recognized, and its shoreline, as far as I know, is the nicest in Ontario, whether you're looking at it from your own backyard or from one of the many walkways and parks that are along its shoreline. Some people have hobbies. I like developing interesting pieces of land. Remarkably, I was introduced to the Edgemere property some 25 years ago as a young lawyer who was hired by the owners back then to look into, actually challenge the development potential of that property. When the circumstances brought the property back to the market, I saw it as an opportunity to propose and bring forward a community that not only just gave a token nod to the old grandeur of the estate, but actually enveloped it and incorporated it into a new environment. And so the Gardens was born. So when I say I'm going to be bringing the Gardens back to its original glory, I mean, what does that really mean? Well, the estates has a natural boundary for its landscaping that thankfully includes most of its heritage features. And we also have amassed a large volume of historic information that now allow us to bring those features back to what they once looked like. For me, the gem of the historic features is the pergola and Japanese tea house. Nothing I can say will do it justice, but I'll try. It overlooks Lake Ontario to the south, and the forest and Wedgwood Creek to the west. But it also happens to be perched on top of its own grotto, complete with a waterfall and rock gardens. It is, and I don't use this word lightly, magical. I keep talking about the history and surroundings of the Edgemere property, but what about the houses that we're going to be building in this beautiful setting? Well, the Gardens sits on 800 feet of Lake Ontario waterfront. So I'd be very unhappy with myself if I didn't make sure that each and every home had a majestic view of Lake Ontario and that every part of that home had a great vantage of the water. 18 exclusive townhome estates bounded on one side by Lake Ontario, on another by a forest with a natural creek, and on yet another by the estate's original landscaping and historic features. And as I mentioned before, one of the most unique features of the estate is the Japanese tea house and pergola. It's not just its architecture. Step inside and you forget about the world around you. A waterfall and a pond on one side, a rose garden on the other. Walk in from a manicured lawn on one side and out to a lush forest on the other side. It really is a magical place. It's a shame what's happened to the greenhouse and to the conservatory over the years. There's frankly very little left of them, but I'm pleased to be the one to bring them back to what they once were. The ultra-luxury townhouses will have minimal impact on the existing landscaping, and they're even terraced and positioned so that everyone can take advantage of the spectacular views. I know that entertaining is going to be very important to our homeowners, so our design team, led by award-winning architect Ren Wise, has given special attention to the social areas of the home. On each main level, there's an open concept kitchen and living room looking out over a large terrace and private yard. And then beyond that to one of the breathtaking views that each unit offers. Upstairs, we have two large secondary bedrooms for family members or for guests with a shared full bathroom. But the main feature on the second floor is a very large master bedroom that includes a walk-in closet and a lavish ensuite, once again with gorgeous panoramic views of the lake. Because of the design of these homes, I suspect we're going to have a very wide range of buyers. Add to that their maintenance-free aspect and their easy access to downtown Oakville and to community parks, walkways, and amenities, and you have even more interest to practically everyone. But I suspect the two-bedroom plan will have more interest to empty nesters. The three-bedroom plan will have more interest for families generally. The short of it is that the Gardens will be a magical place that will have something to offer for everyone.